Survey
So
complete.
this is all about subject integration, and basically it's a mid-game, early to mid-game thing that you can do. If you pick up the domination, what is it right here, domination stuff, this tradition tree really helps out with subject integration. So like your subject integration cooldown's reduced by 50%, and also it increases their opinion of you to actually subjugate people. So it does. You'll see that in the dialogue of the diplomacy dialogue. You also get governor skills. Tributaries give you 10, plus 10% more. Every vassal that you have, if you have a vassalized country, it gives you 20% of their naval capacity, which is pretty impressive. You can see my naval capacity is at 2,000 here. We're in 2,300. Vassal acceleration, I think is how you say it. Subject integration influence reduced by 33%. So we've conquered over, I'm going to just pause the game here. We've conquered and vassalized a few people. So I beat these guys a while back, and you can try to integrate subject, but they have to be your subject for 1,800 days. But you look at the influence cost, it's over 1,000. Well, does that mean I can integrate them? Yes, it does. And my relationship improves with them, and I think if you maybe improve your relationship with them, you can integrate with them. But you can see there's another country right here with a bunch of wormholes. I'm using hyperlane technology. But these guys, what are they called? The Erleod state. We're really xenophobic by nature, but the reality is our empire is growing, and we wanted to vassalize them. I'm going to show you how we can do it. We're not going, we wouldn't vassalize them since we are theoretically xenophobic, so we'll just keep them as a vassal. Let's take a look at their opinion. And so, first of all, I was genocidal, minus 19, plus 1 yearly. I annexed some primitives, minus 21, plus 1 yearly, so I killed 2 primitive nations. And my thing, I have a slavery policy, minus 10. You can see that they have a plus 100 trust. I've closed off my borders to them because I'm also wicked cyborgs because they're spiritualists, but they're not super spiritualists. If they were, I think, fanatic spiritualists, would be minus 40. I'm a Star Lords, that's from the domination tree I just showed you, plus 20. They're my subject, plus 25. So our relationship is improving a little bit. Relative power to other subjects, minus 7. So this opinion can help influence them a little bit. But I'm just going to show you how to integrate them. So integrating the subject into our empire. So these guys have been under my control for, I think, what, 1,800 days. So for a while, I think it's like 10 years or something if we work out the math. Something around there, quite a while. 1,800 by 365, I think, right? So we integrate the subject. 1220 is the influence cost. I can only have a max of 1,000 influence, and right now I currently have 735. So, but it doesn't matter what it is. I can still select it, and what it just says is that integrating them will cost us 1220 at an influence of 5 per month. So right now I have plus 6. So I need to have sort of positive influence. I need to make sure I can do it. And I don't know if you drop below, and you can't probably do it if you have negative influence, but it'll take 244 months. So that's a long time. It's 12 divided by that, so somewhere around 10 years, I think, right, to integrate them. So quite a while. And what will happen after you integrate them is their country, their whole thing will become a part of your country. So there won't be like their own, I want to say, city-state, or there won't be their own state anymore. They will join the Savelli Star Consortium. Like this, their empire will literally be the same color as mine after that. And here's it, for instance, like I integrated these guys. These were just a little bitty city here. And let's see if we can find them here. They were right here, these guys. These guys were their own, see, they're different, and actually I have them listed as slaves. And I could actually, another thing, since we are xenophobic, I could show you how to kill these guys, because they're just so, I just have them as chattel slavery. Their happiness on the planet is also affected by their slavery, and I could set their rights and change their thing, or I could resettle them and banish them or something like that. But let's just take a look at some of the setting rights here. So right now they're citizenship, they're slaves. I could change it up to caste system. Slaves have minus thing, and they produce a lot of negative stuff. I don't have a caste system because they're not the same species, but I have to have be a authoritarian way to do it. So I don't think, see, it's grayed out. And the other thing I can do is give them residence. But since I can't give them full citizenship because I am, let me see, I should be xenophobic. See, it does not have xenophobe ethic. So I cannot give them full citizenship. But I could give them a residence, or I could do that up. So this is a way to do it. Or I can say they're undesirables, which is what their genocidal is. Is that now I've integrated these guys in my empire, and if I want to, boom, I could change this rights to this species, and I could actually destroy them. And you see how I do that. Because we really, the way I'm role playing, so now when I unpause it, it should change them. And now what's happening is they're being purged, or basically, they say this pop is being systematically killed off. So we are purging them, and we can purge them if we want. Now this gives us a pretty negative modifier. It gives us a minus 100 modifier to most other countries. But I don't like my race of cyborgs, robots, whatever you want to call it, doesn't believe in integration with other species based on their history and their culture, which is fine. I've played other peaceful species where we have tons of interspecies within the empire, which is fine. But I wanted to show you that, so it's kind of like a little hidden feature for people that are more xenophobic of how to actually just like get away. Because I'm like, you know, I could replace these guys with sense, or I could just give them residency. Let's set their rights back. It would take me 10 years to set it back, and you can see there it says 1063. So I could give them residency, and they could just like live peacefully on this planet. And I could say their population control is enabled, so they would just like live on this planet in peace, or I would systematically purge them. So what's more realistic? It depends on how you want to play your empire as well. Hope this video helped you out on subject integration and some controls of the species that you do integrate. Thanks for watching.